Neither of those decks are very efficient for laddering. The deck I was just playing was my attempt at playing a bad deck that's not very efficient at laddering. Or a boulder toss. Okay. Put up mulligans. We are on the play. It's like this deck is very efficient at what it does. We can play. So the ladder basically just encourages you to... Right now, the way the ladder is structured, you basically just want to be winning 50% or more of your matches on it to be moving up a little bit here and there and stabilizing your position. So Angus is very good at winning half of its matches, and it wins half of its matches very quickly. It's very efficient at what you want to be doing on the ladder. So even though there's other decks that I have a slightly better win rate with than Angus, they aren't so much of a win rate increase that it's worth playing a deck that wins slower than Angus does. The ladder isn't just about winning, it's about being able to play matches quickly. And if I can play, 4 matches with Angus in the time it takes, another deck to play half that, then I'd much rather play 4 matches with Angus when I'm spending my time working my way up the ladder. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cremate their face here. This is almost certainly a Monsoon, and this matchup's a good example of why Monsoon's not particularly good in the format. It's just really slow. It's not going to untunnel for 4 more turns here, so if they live to turn 6, they're probably winning anyways. The main thing we want to dodge in this matchup is them getting this plus their other thing online. So Exarch of the Egg, probably just going to fireball that. Yeah. Hopefully, if we're going to fireball this, and then if we're a true professional, we'll draw a Ruby Shard next turn so we can jam this Mama Yeti down their throat. So that's going to come back in however many turns. Look at that. Look at that. Never didn't have it. Play this. Crack you for 6. Put you down to 11. And I'm going to go ahead and just fire off my champion power here because they could have something weird like a main deck Subtle Striker that could punish me. So let's put them to 7. And then even if they kill this here next turn, this is going to put them to 6. And then this puts them to 2. And this puts them to dead. Look at that. Cards that block. You know what's really good against cards that block? Lazgar's Vengeance. Vengeance for Lazgar. Yetis. This puts them to dead. Alright, so Burning Tendrils, in. What do I want to cut in this matchup? Boltspasm's even good on the draw in this matchup just because what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have good, efficient 1-mana answers. Burn's a little bit not great in this matchup, so maybe I want to cut that. Bring in a few more troops. That doesn't seem unreasonable. Cut those, bring in Emberspire Witch. Let's give this a try. I don't know if this is right, but we'll give it a go. Monsoon's also slow and clunky against, like, the mono wild decks, too. They didn't need to tunnel a Monsoon. I mean, playing a 3/3 for 3 is not good. Is not very particularly good either. Well, and like, so here's the other problem with Monsoon. So like, this game showed why Monsoon's not good against this deck. The premier control deck in the game right now is playing Clash of Steel and stuff like that. So like, it's not good against the control decks, the removal that the control decks are playing. It's not good against the aggressive decks because it's too slow. So, like, why are you playing the card? If it's not good against aggro and it's not good against control, it's good against, like, exactly mid-range. And your deck probably beats the other mid-range decks with Dreadban or Malice anyway. So, like, if we're already beating it with that in the first place, why play it? Power level of cards is always format contextual. Big Bucks, no Rockcast. Alright, sweet. Anytime this card hits for 3 or more points of damage, I always feel like I'm cheating. I'm going to go ahead and Crackling Bolt here. If he's got double Vampire Princess, I'm going to be a little bit sad, but if he's only got 1 Princess, we got a Fireball for that one. Yeah, it's really only good in the Kagalichu mirror if you have it by like turn 3. And even then it really needs to be on turn 2. So like you need to be playing multiple copies of this card that's awkward. He could be playing Crusaders in here. That's fair. I think I'm going to fireball this. Get in 3 points of this either way, and we keep taking this Lazgar's Vengeance down. Okay, so this puts this down to 5, which is decent because that means even if he's able to kill these or stick another life drainer, we're going to go shard, and then play the Lazgar's Vengeance. If he doesn't have another life drainer here, he's going to be hurting in a big way. Even if he's got 1 piece of removal here, this Lazgar's Vengeance is going to tick to 4. My opponent's Platinum, thank you very much. There's only one rank down from what I am at myself. 1 rank up or down pairings are fine. Oh, look at the mistake that I have made. Probably doesn't matter. This is dead, right? This has to be dead. Oh, geez. So my mistake did matter. Look at that. Oh, but they're getting hit by this. There's Lazgar's Vengeance time. Dead. Alright. Let the Mono Ruby Yetiing continue. Okay, Uzu. Lost the coin flip. So first mistake, you always want to keep track of the mistakes you make when you're playing. We lost the coin flip. That was our first mistake. Our second mistake might be keeping this hand, but what do the kids say? We're on the draw, so YOLO. Ooh, slow shot. Me likey. Hopefully he doesn't have a Eye of Lixil onto. Ding! Never didn't have it. Okay, so we're never beating an Eye of Lixil, but that's why Eye of Lixil is great. We're not. So, crunch. Big bucks, no play on 2. Big bucks, no play on 2. Big bucks, no play on 2. Don't make a ruby. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, sweet. That's not an Eye of Lixil. Oh, ho! Big bucks, no play on 2. They could have like a totem trap here, but you know, whatever. They don't have a totem trap. They don't have a repel. We're just gonna crack up for 3. We're gonna draw running ruby shards for this Mama Yeti. Oh, there's 1 running shard. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got an Underworld Crusader. You do you. You do you, friend. Oh, look at that. Running shards. Oh, all the way down to 17. You get to draw 2 cards. And then this Anarchist is going to hit you. And you draw a card. And you draw a card. Everybody draws some cards. Look at that. We hit our 4th shard. So now we'll just never draw another shard because we don't need to anymore. He's got 9 cards. How do we ever beat this card advantage? A slow shard? That's so slow. Please tap out for another 3-drop. Sure, you threshold of your choice. Threshold of the dealer's choice. Lixil. Yep. Invincible 3-drop. That's pretty good. So if they go... We could lose this game still. They could go non-slow shard infinite tricks next turn. We could definitely lose this game. Alright, so they're almost certainly blocking the Mama Yeti here, and then we're both drawing a card. They're taking 4 down to 5. Wow, that's bold. Okay, so this has to be Infinite Tricks, right? They're still dead if they have tricks here, I think, right? I could have, that's not a Paladin. Come on, lethal spell, so we have 2 of them. That's unfortunate. Attempt to kill you. Yeah, dead. How do we board? Honestly, don't know. Probably don't need Cremates. This is not the type of matchup we want that card for. Probably want Emberspire Witch, so like we can have like a glimmer of hope against beating Infinite Tricks. Burn's probably a little bit on the medium side. Maybe bring in the Burning Tendrils. Let's give this a go. See how it feels. See how it feels. And then, this is the most important thing about that game. We just won a game on the play, which means that our opponent is going to have to win a game on the draw. Ho-ho! Lazgar's Vengeance, Baby Yeti. Check. Check, double check, check. Keep the sneeperiest of all of the keepers over here. No play on 1. Ideally, you won't have a play on 2 either. Burning Tendrils. Roar! Another Lazgar's Vengeance. Alright, well, this Baby Yeti stock just went way up. A second diamond there is actually really good for us. Because that means their Eye of Lixil and Lixil itself is getting pretty far away from being invulnerable. And take this Crackling Bolt and send it right on upstairs here. Just let them know what the tone of this game is. Just tick, tick, boom, tick, tick, boom. No third shard. What did they... This is another reason this deck is just so excellent, is people in this game don't like to mulligan enough. And then, yeah, I think I'm just taking this and sending it upstairs again. Yep. Tick, tick, boom. Gotcha! I don't know what their hand does, but it does not appear to be stuff or things. Ooh, a slow shard. Lucky. Play a troop and Burning Tendrils. Nothing. Okay, well. Scale of 1 to Fireball, where are we at here? So this puts them to 7, this puts them to 6. We're in the enviable shards are good, non-shards are good type situation here. Get a little bit of Oprah action going on here. Some double triggers. Do you have a repel? You had a repel and you haven't been... God, he's at a totem trap and he hasn't killed the Baby Yeti. That's... Sure. These Lazgar's Vengeance are going to be lit, fam. Lit, fam. Lit AF. Ooh. Let's see if he's tricksy. Sure. Threshold. This Lixil coming in here. Underworld. So actually dead. Sure. Opponent also messed up here. They should probably have put the +2 toughness gem in that to explicitly avoid this situation. If they have a transmog, they can transmog their Underworld Crusader to not die here. Next victim, please. Come on, let's win a coin flip. Let's win a coin flip. Win a coin flip. Coin flip. Flippa, 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 flippa. Won the coin flip. Look at that. Look at that. Won the coin flip. Opponent's going to have to win a game on the draw. This hand's a little medium. It's got Boltspasm on 1 and Burn, though, so probably supposed to keep it. If this was like a 6 with one less shard, we'd like snap it off and be like, yeah, this is a fine 6, so probably an okay 7. Let's just like draw Mama Yeti on 4 like a professional and kill them. Would be ideal. Oh yeah, Howling Brave, burn target, tomato tomato. The real question will be, do they have the Carnosaur as the follow-up? If they have the Carnosaur, we could be in trouble. Since we don't have any other resources. But if they don't have a Carnosaur, if they're just like passing the turn on 2 because they don't have their accelerant anymore, then we in it. Alright, so they're at 15. Champ power puts them at 11. Hopefully they just pass the turn here. Don't Karn me. One time. Yes! That's a Chlorophilia. Okay, so they could have a Clobberiest of Dons here. That's real good for us. That's really good for us. What's the scariest play here? Main deck Cluck is really bad for us. Karn also really bad for us. Outside of those, sitting in a medium-ish position. Master Moss, not good for us, but like not awful either. If he plays Master Moss here, I'm just like, God, main deck Cluck. That's gonna gain him 4 opponents. If they've got respect, they've got respect. Disco Inferno featuring the Hangry Yeti experience. That's another shard. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and blast him upstairs here, but almost certainly losing the game to the main deck Cluck on turn 3. One could argue we got a little bit clucked up here. Into a Stomp Roar. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. On the play, I like cutting Matriarch for Burning Tendrils. Just the board gets a little gummed up for her. Let's just save. On the draw, I'll bring in some Emberspire Witches. On the play, I want to be a little bit more aggro. At least we won the coin flip. Yep. We did in fact win the coin flip. It's fine. Our opponent's going to stumble and die in one of these. We're going to run them over this game, and they're going to stumble and die in the next one. Ooh! Look at this handful of greasy ruby goodness. Get to get our Baby Yeti beat down on. We get to play Oprah on turn 2. What's not to love, really? Opponent's not going to have Howling Brave on 1. Everything's coming up Millhouse, really. Young Seer. How rude is that? That's unfortunate. That card's so good against us. It's a 1-2. 1-2s are so good. I think I'm going to offer this trade. Nah. Jump. Aggressive. I like it. Defensive? Opposite of aggressive? Maybe I'm supposed to attack with that just so this can connect. Don't Karn me. If he plays the second Karn, we're going to concede. If he plays the second Karn, we're going to concede. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Can you taste it? I can taste it. All right, queue up another one. And that's, see, look at that. We've been playing for what, like half hour? We've played 3 matches. Next victim, please. Got a little bit of both ends of the spectrum on our pacing, on our hex pacing here today. We played a little bit of Dirtle control, playing a little bit of mono ruby beatdowns. Coin flip. Coin flipper. Oh, no. Oh, no. We lost the coin flip. We're so unlucky. This hand's not amazing, but it's a keep. Oprah on 2 on the draw is a little bit awk against another aggressive deck, but this matchup is generally bad for Yodel, unless he's playing some... He might be playing a Phoenix, but like Arg just like pick a deck that exists and jam a Phoenix into it. is basically our school of thought. So we'll see if he's playing traditional Angus or not, or Yodel here or not. Arena regular looking traditional. Is it Yodel control again? Nobody knows. Do 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 do. Gonna Crackling Bolt this nut. I think he would snap trading the Anarchist for that, so I'm just gonna kill it. The old Quash Grudge Rebel here. Ooh, despite all his rage. Do 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 do. That's. I wonder if there's fireballs in his deck, because if there's fireballs in his deck, that's really aggressive to give rage with that. Like, super aggressive. Tick, tick, boom. Play this. Attack for 2. I'm going to burn this on their turn, just so they sequence a little bit differently, hopefully. They're probably going to send Bolt Burn upstairs on me, so that way they could try and get the trigger on this. Another blood. Are there fireballs in your deck is the question. The question I am asking. Blood Infusion Device is pretty good here. They can champ power, and then they deal 4, gain 4. No champ power. Interesting. So we're at 10. They could potentially kill us next turn. I'm pretty sure we just have to hope to not die here. Kind of surprised they did. They have 5 charges. I'm pretty sure I have to. Yeah, with 5 charges, no champ power is super strange. Another resource, not stellar. Let's go ahead and crack with the Psycho Anarchist here. We'll play this post-combat most likely. It's Dees. Let's play this. Play this. Pass the turn. So they're at 11. Technically, we can kill them next turn, but like I said, I'd be kind of surprised if we get out of this here. Another Blood Shard. Ghostblade Duelist, sure. Not sure. That's a good sign for us. Sure. Not dead yet, I suppose. It's a little late. Oh, this has to mean we're dead, right? We're at 8. This is 2. He only needs to be able to deal 6 with 3 cards here. Yeah. Gotta be able to deal 2 with one of these cards. Joke's on you. Taking my own way out. He's gonna pawn me in response. Alright, Lazgar's Vengeance, slow and awkward. Pyretic Performer, fine. Riposte, fine. Burning Tendrils, fine. Yeah, I think I want all of my troops. Crackling Bolt's actually kind of slow and clunky. I think I'm going to cut that and trim my Matriarch of the Flames, bring my curve down a little bit. Do this. Yeah, let's do this. Mama Yeti and Matriarch are cards that allow us to go over the top of what they're doing. Seems pretty good. So sad when my deck just plays as normal Yodel. So he's got some kind of probably Phoenixes in his deck. Like I said, he just jams Phoenix into everything he plays. I'm going to cut these Anarchists on the draw for the third game. It's a little bit medium, giving your opponent extra cards. That's certainly why they killed us. I just want this to be anything else when we're on the draw. On the play, I think we're going to be able to leverage the tempo and kill them while they still have cards in their hand. Probably bring in Witches maybe for the last game. The Riposte, that's pretty good. I use these cards pretty liberally. Yep. Pass the turn. Since I have two of these, I'm basically just snapping off the first one on anything that they give me that's a target for it. Hopefully they champ power here. Response to the champ power, kill your guy so you don't get damage out of it. So Arena Regular lets my opponent deal damage every time they gain a charge. So this would have let them deal 2 damage since their champ power would have increased it by 1. So they're at 11. This puts them... Oh, yep. These can potentially put them lower than that. I'm going to cremate this. Boltspasm's an excellent draw. We can even cremate this, plus leave up Burn and Riposte here. So we've got protection against Speed Troop out of him, and then protection for the Boltspasm against removal with the Riposte. Yeah, opponent should have champ powered before playing out the Arena Regular. Come on, Crackling Bolt, my Boltspasm. Crackling Bolt, my Boltspasm. Crackling Bolt, my Boltspasm. Kill this with fire. Attack you for 3. We just got a bunch of troops. We could lose this game. Alright, so Whirling Brutalizer. Please don't play Ebony Pawn. Please try and burn my face. Please try and burn my face. Please try and burn my face. You have a Riposte of his own? Okay, so sets him to 5. His hand is all Phoenixes, very possible. And we have to play this now, otherwise it reverts and goes back to my opponent's hand at end step. Still not a concede button up there, turns out.